Okay, should I turn? I should probably have the background music on. All right, but yeah, good evening. Hello, welcome. I wonder if I should turn the air conditioner off. Let me know if it like picks up on the audio. In fact, I can listen to myself. Hold on. Yeah, let myself know when it picks up on the audio. It is like yeah. Whenever I talk too loud, it can. Okay. Wow. Okay, never mind. But yeah, no. Yesterday, I went to the movie theater, but out just to see the Masters of the Universe movie. I was curious. I was supposed to go on Saturday to see both the Digital Circus and then Master of the Universe, but I ended up going on Thursday and kind of like skipping out on Friday and over the weekend. So on Monday, or no, what's it? No, it was Tuesday yesterday. I went to the theater because it was showing at my local theater, and yeah, here let me just show you some images I took. Digital Circus was right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really go to movie theaters that often, and I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about my theater experience. There, I went at a wrong time. I should have went for at the latest time, like 10 or so, because I went at the movie showing at 7, and there was a bunch of kids screaming at certain parts, and I was just like sinking in my chair, being like, I don't, I hate this. I know the parents were shushing them, so that was good, but man. And then when they came out of the theater, I just kept on hearing them. What were they saying? Sorry. Yeah, I had not prepped my voice for the stream. Also, Karina Seiko sama. Thank you for the redeem. But yeah, yeah, no, I mean they was kind of annoying at like certain moments. They'll be screaming. Like I was in like the middle seat theater. Well, most of them were in the back, anyways. But yeah, no, it was my first time at that theater during the Digital Circus, so just I had no idea how the layout or anything went. Yeah, the specific theater I went to is like a bit of like a bar slash theater, so you can actually order food when you walk in. I feel like the Amazing Digital Circus is going to be Gooner Bay, but I could be nah. That's just the fan art. But yeah, no, it's like they were screaming, and at the end of the movie theater, I think they were all like shouting everything's gay or something. I don't know. It was weird. I don't understand what the young people are saying nowadays. But anyways, but yeah, no, the Digital Circus was nice. But no, yesterday though, I went to the theater to go see Masters of the Universe. That's the movie I wanted to talk about here. Here, you know what? Let me pull up a poster. There we go. And so, yeah, I went into the theater, and let me show you an image of my theater experience. Hold on, I was posting this on the Discord. He-Man, go see my movie. Go see my movie, He-Man. Yeah. I brought the Skeletor figure I got. There wasn't like another one I wanted to get, but I don't know, the price on that, like this was only like $20. While the other one I saw that was like based off the cartoon was like 35. I think they went a price hiked because of the movie. Anyways, but yeah, that's to say that I like bringing random merch item to the movie I'm seeing. I mean, I did the same thing with Digital Circus. Let me see if I can pull up the images from a while back. Oh yeah, here it is. In fact, this is actually relevant to what I was talking about, because it also came with a skeleton, my Masters Universe popcorn bucket. Yeah, Yeah, I brought the goddamn Kane, what was it? Plush, or it's like a pan puppet. But yeah, that's all I ordered at the movie. There was like a Masters. They gave me a Masters of the Universe popcorn tin and a drink. I got to keep the tin. Hmm. But yeah, I think that tin actually reminded me to go see Masters of the Universe. But yeah, here, let me show you the theater though. Let me show you what the theater looked like when I walked in. Yeah. Hey man, there's no one in this theater. It is completely empty. It was actually empty. I went to like a showing at like 4:30 in the afternoon, and there was no one. Not a single. I had the whole theater to myself, and it was great. I gotta say, if you're an introvert, go see this movie. You'll have an empty theater to yourself. But yeah, yeah, no, it's like, and I gotta say, this movie, I feel like this movie is like underrated. Probably because the marketing material doesn't show off how goofy this movie can be, just like the cartoon. I'll get into spoilers in a bit. Just hold on, let me just. Can I rename this? There we go. I recently learned with my my plugin, I can actually, if I rename the screenshotted source, I could actually keep the image up. But yeah, no, it was great. You know, having the whole theater to myself. To those that would mainly think, oh, the movie must suck if no one's there, but it's like, no, I think it's because like it released when there was a lot of other movies. I mean, it has Shia LaBeouf, so I don't know if it's really a bad movie. Hold on, I think I know that actor. Let me make sure I'm getting the person right. I know a bunch of people were throwing shit at like Jared Leto being Skeletor in the movie. Oh, oh, the guy. That's the guy from like. Hold on, who was he in Masters of the Universe? Wait, who did he play? Oh, wait, did he play He-Man? Wait, was that him? Really? Wait, no, no. Hold on. Oh, I meant to say. Yeah, okay, okay. I thought. Okay, I think Google for some reason gave me the wrong actor. I mean. Oh, okay, Jared Leto. Yeah, Jared Leto did play Skeletor, but I'm gonna be honest, he it really didn't sound like like you could literally if you didn't know Jared Leto was in the movie and you watched the movie, you wouldn't even realize that it was him. So I will have to give him props. He did do a good job as Skeletor. Like the voice he did for Skeletor, it's not like the whole like cartoon. Like it's like, "Hi, He-Man, and it's I, Skeletor. I'm here to steal your sword, so you don't kill me." And it's like, yeah, no, it wasn't like that. It was more like a deeper voice, I would say. Like it was more like, "Oh, He-Man, hello." It's like, it wasn't that bad. Like I kind of got used to it during like the first. His first bits in the movie. And okay, I should pull up like a spoiler warning soon, because I kind of want to go into like bits of the movie. But you know, it would be funny if someone actually, because Jared Leto doesn't show his face the entire movie. Like heck, there wasn't even like a sequence where Skeletor, like in other iterations of Skeletor, where his like face melts or anything. No, he just like shows up and is an evil skeleton and does evil things. Hmm. Oh yeah. Also, here, let me share like another image. Hold on. Oh, wrong button. There you go. Yeah, I also at the while I was at the theater, I ordered like popcorn and let me see. Let me get the next image out. The pizza, He-Man. Eat the pizza. Yeah. Oh man, it was funny. Like honestly, like imagine having a theater to yourself and you're just able to order food and have it delivered. I mean, the tickets were only like $12, so I didn't mind splurging on food. So yeah, I just had like both popcorn and pizza that day. Also had a root beer float, but I didn't take any photos of that. It was good, you know. I think it was like their in-house root beer. So yeah, yeah, bars have good root beer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I had a good theater experience, you know. Also, I left a funny note on the pizza. Hold on, let me, let me, I left a funny note. I think I should have, like, stayed for the after credits, because I kind of left a bit too early, because I didn't know there was going to be, like, 2 after credit scenes, apparently. So that's why I was just looking up just now. I'll get into spoilers in a bit about it. Just hold on. I gotta go to Twitter where I posted. I need to start posting some of this images on Instagram. I left this little I left this little note on the pizza plate. Mm-hmm. Before leaving. I thought it was funny. I scribbled a little Skeletor on like the little notepad that you're supposed to use to like order food if you call them over. But I mean, I was using the app anyways. And they have like QR codes you can scan and then just like use it to order food. But yeah. So anyways, yeah, I think I talked enough about my theater experience. Now let me get you can actually draw really well. Oh boy. That's funny that you say that. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Does he know, chat? Does he know? But anyways. But, yeah. Let me talk about the movie now. Okay, that's enough talking about my, like, experience at the theater. Do I know what? I'm an illustrator. But yeah, so here, let me put like let me put up some spoilers for the movie. Spoilers. I'll put that right there. I gotta go. Spoiler time. Yeah. We'll probably be done in like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. But yeah, so let me get into spoilers about the movie. It's like, okay, actually here, I'll give like a spoiler free review real quick. It's like the first Thor movie. If Thor at a young age was like yeeted over to the human realm, and in the process he lost his hammer and spent like many years trying to find his hammer just to get back home. And then when he finally gets his hammer, okay, it's starting to get into spoiler territory. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe it's good I put up the spoilers at this point, and just to come back to his home in ruins by Loki. But yeah, so pretty much the movie, it does, like, at the beginning, it shows Prince Adam and just him at a young age back in the kingdom before Skeletor came in and took over. It showed a bit of like his childhood when he was pretty much weak. You know, he didn't know how to fight. He kept getting his ass beat. And so yeah, then it actually shows him. There's also another character I liked. I think it was Duncan. He shows up later in the movie, but at the beginning he was there training the young Prince Adam to just man up and just try to fight. But then all of that gets halted because Skeletor's army just barges in, and then Skeletor just shows up. Oh yeah, there's also another character that I mistaken as Skeletor at first, but apparently they just share like the same like odd body type. Like you see how Skeletor has like blue and purple. Let me look up his name. I think it's like Scrap Trap. Let me see. Scrap. I think what's it? Trap Scrap. Oh, Trapjaw. Okay, yeah. Let me pull up an image of him. Is there like a movie version? Hold on. 2026. I guess there's not. There's. I mean, the movie just came out, so don't expect actual screenshots. I can find like the figurines. Yeah, I'll use that instead. And I gotta say, yeah, I forget what he looked like in the cartoon, but it was pretty cool. He had like a Mega Buster as a gun that he could switch to between his hook, and yeah, his battle with Duncan was pretty cool at the start of the movie because like yeah, Duncan got his ass handed immediately after he got shot, but surprisingly survived. I think his daughter, that was also friends with He-Man, helped him back up on his feet, dragging her out before the kingdom explode. And I think some adrenaline kicked in Duncan because I have to tell you, after he was shot, he was still able to keep going. Probably because the armor that protected him. And yeah, they just like jumped out the window right before the explosion happened, and I guess survived the aftermath. You don't see them until like the 15 years later. And so then you go back to Prince Adam, who was not obviously He-Man. I mean, he was his child, and pretty much parents took him to the portal to send him somewhere where Skeletor cannot find him and the sword. And so yeah, he got yeeted to Earth. And apparently along the way he lost the sword. And I gotta say, it was pretty interesting. It's like Superman in a way, you know. So getting sent to Earth. They don't really dwell on that because they just do a time skip right after. Because after like during when he was going through the portal, he dropped the sword and lost it, and then yeah, they do a time skip to 15 years later where he's an adult and just trying to. Actually, the beginning scene was him trying to get a date, and then because that entire sequence was just him retelling his entire backstory to this woman, and then this woman just like left the second later, probably thinking he was like a nerd or something. And so yeah, and then he came back home, and apparently he lives with a roommate. And his roommate was like telling him, "Oh, people think you're crazy, man. Just say your parents died in an accident." I'm sorry to tell you. And then apparently he has an office job, and it's like I tell you, it's like the most insufferable type of office job. It's like I think he works for like I forget what it was called, Human Resources. And yeah, he was still looking for the sword. After all these years, like 15 years, I believe they said, he was still searching for that sword he lost. And I tell you, like the boss in that movie, it's like your most just irritating, like type of like how do you say? I want to call it like maybe what do they call it? Like toxic positivity boss. You know, it's like they're too friendly that it just comes out as creepy. You know, it's like, oh, to remember to breathe, and it's like, I forget what was half of the stuff they probably said in that, but it's like typical HR stuff. And then she was like meeting up with Adam at the scene. I was like, Adam, you're looking at swords, weapons too much. What do you think is your future at this company? And it's like, it's so insufferable. And then he got like a message saying, I found your sword. And he's like, Adam, if you pick up your phone, you're fired. And he picked up the phone immediately and left. He was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh yeah, I forgot I still have that image up. And so they skip forward to him going to a comic book shop, and there's this big I forgot what I think it was a big barbarian statue holding the sword. And surprisingly, it wasn't a fake. I thought it was going to turn out to be a fake sword or something, like a fake prop. But no, apparently it was real. Because, like, I thought he was wrestling with that, like, statue. I forget what it was probably based off. It was probably actually based off the original He-Man, based off the look. It was like a barbarian statue. Or it could be Conan. I think it was probably based off of Conan the Barbarian, maybe. But, yeah. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention there was like another scene where he was at a gym, and apparently he was speaking to the original He-Man voice actor. So yeah, he actually got a moment in the movie. Apparently they talked about it being like passing the torch down, because I think what was it, Adam in the movie was like struggling to lift weights. I think it was just like next to him, and then he gave some sort of old man wisdom, and then just left. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, right, back at the sword. So yeah, he picked up the sword. He was able to get it, and then he got arrested the next day. But apparently, when he tried to do like the, you know, by the power of Grayskull, like this trying to activate the sword in the middle of the comic book store. Not gonna lie, it was kind of funny seeing like everyone's reaction. Like some of the nerds were like, "Oh wow, he's so cool," and it's like apparently the girl over the counter was like, "Oh, I wonder what. Okay, can I just get your number?" And he's just like, he felt awkward because it wasn't working, and he just immediately ran out of the store. He tried to do like a slide over like the car, but failed. And yeah, like I said, the next day after he got the sword, he was like arrested. And so they took him in and the sword while they were in the police car. And apparently, when Adam tried activating the sword for the first time, apparently that put out a beacon, because immediately right after you see Beastman just in the city or on the road going after him. Then he got rescued by forgot what her name was. It was, I think, what was it, She-Ra? I keep forgetting. Hold on. I should really pull up the casting member list. Hold on. Oh, it's showing me the old listing. Was her name Tila? Oh yeah, it was Tila. Okay. I mix up like She-Ra and Tila. Yeah, similar names. La at the end. But yeah. So she shows up saying, "Oh, I heard. Oh, there was like a beacon. I can't believe it's you, Adam. You sent it when you activated the sword. Why you took you so long?" And yeah, pretty much they just got on the ship. It was kind of funny because like before they left, freaking Adam was like, I told you guys, well, not specifically you people, but specific people, since you know some people thought he was crazy. In fact, there was actually a scene when he was at the comic book store. He was like asking every single person, like, "Have you seen my sword? Have you seen?" He didn't know the exact person to go to about the sword until he actually showed up. Apparently, it was like a store manager or something. But yeah, and I thought the character for He-Man, it was pretty interesting character development. Because yeah, once they in fact, I think they never come back to Earth. In fact, like there's only like one scene where they kind of do, but that was like more of like, how do you say, a dream like sequence, I think. I'll talk about it in a moment. But yeah, yeah. They go back to his home, which was just completely destroyed. 15 years later, aftermath. Kind of reminds me of like in Zelda Breath of the Wild, like 100 years later, the result, the what's left of Hyrule Kingdom, just complete ruined. And apparently, Tila and the remaining like guards were just like underground, because apparently Skeletor couldn't find them there. In fact, they actually go back to a moment with Skeletor, and it was pretty funny because like Skeletor was just hanging around, just being evil. And in fact, there was actually a specific scene where he was like lying on, I forget if it was a casket or like a stone slab. But they specifically zoomed. There's like the scene specifically zoomed in on his feet. So yeah, they know what they were doing with this movie. So yeah, you actually got see Skeletor's feet for free. They were very blue, I can tell you that for a fact. But yeah, and then he just like woke up. Apparently, because the sword, the signal also they got her or something, being like, oh my lord, we got reports about the sword, and it's like, oh, the sword? What do you mean the sword? I actually did regular Skeletor voice. He was like, the sword? I cannot live in peace until I have that sword. And so yeah, pretty much they go into the whole sequence of tracking them down, which they did as soon as like Adam and Tila got back to the base. And everyone like the names like freaking he gave to everyone. Like you got what was one character named Fisto, because he had like an iron fist. And there's like another guy, I think his name was like Long Neck, because he has a very long neck. And oh yeah, there's also another character called Ram Man, because I think they did like a funny wordplay, especially with Fisto, because he literally said, your name is Fisto because you like to fist men. And then there was like, and yeah, with Ram Man, it was like, oh, my name is Ram Man because I like to ram men. Oh man, it was very, very funny little humor bits that I found pretty funny during the theater. I mean, I was by myself, I laughed. So yeah. Besides that, I mean, all of them didn't like Adam at the time because they saw him as weak, because he wasn't He-Man at the time. But yeah, no, once Skeletor's army just found their base after they went by Skeletor's mansion, and then that caused them to start tracking their ship that led them to the base. I thought the pacing was all right. There was a bit I thought that was rushed at first, but looking back, it wasn't too rushed. But yeah, so pretty much Skeletor's army comes in again, just like at the beginning of the movie. Pretty much just kidnaps almost everyone. I think, what was it? He-Man, Tila, and what was it? Oh yeah, Duncan. Like surprise, like yeah, it was actually a pretty cool moment when they revealed that, oh yeah, Duncan actually lived, and yeah, apparently, yeah, because he actually escaped because the daughter was alive, and now this point he was just like a homeless drunk, just lying in the prison cell. But no, he actually picked himself back up, and yeah, especially after he got his armor back that was apparently conveniently in the ship that they were in, or what the wreckage of it, because like when they escaped, just yeah, they had like a bit of a tussle. And it kind of reminded me about Star Wars, honestly. Like, oh, it's cool seeing like more like adventure, like space movies. That's action packed. That's not Star Wars. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of Star Wars at this point after Disney took over. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, like honestly, speaking about Disney and MCU, they really wasn't too MCU-ish. Like, yeah, there's like certain times where they did like funny gags where it was like, oh, group hug, and then just Prince Adam came in, like, oh, I also joined in the group hug. But yeah, no, it did well with their comedic moments and such. But yeah, no, it's like during like the middle of the movie though, there's like a moment with Skeletor when he had all the prisoners trying to like say who has the sword, who is that man with the sword, and then they were doing interrogations, and I tell you, the Skeletor. Again, I just you really do forget that it's Jared Leto playing this because he doesn't show his face the entire time. I seen some screenshots that actually showed him like in the mocap suit, which apparently like it wasn't mocap, but it was actually the actual costumes. Apparently I think the face was CGI'd. Because you can see how it was really well detailed. Like you could see like the whole facial expressions for a skeleton. My playlist ended. And so yeah, no, I liked it because he was just so evil. He took one of the prisoners that was like what was his name, Moss Man, and then he just incinerated him, and he was like, aha, Moss Man, haha, more like Mush Man. I like mush. It was just yeah. Oh god, yeah. Surprisingly, I really wonder if Jared Leto just was a big fan or something, because yeah, he played that role to a T, just being nothing but evil. Like I don't know, it's because it's like looking at the last few roles he played, like Joker and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. But no, for this one, yeah, I'll have to give props. He played a pretty good comedic villain. hmm In fact, there was that one moment in the trailer where, actually not trailer, but I think there was like a clip where he was like, I will get He-Man, and we will take that sword to Grayskull, and it will be mine. And then he was like raising his arm, and like everyone else was quiet, and he was like, eh, you're supposed to laugh with me. Wonder if I can find a screenshot of that. Master Universe Skeletor live action. Let me see. Man, there's not that many screenshots. Like, it's showing me like the old 1987 movie, which I have to say, I think this one is better than the 1987 movie. This movie literally looks like those like commercials. Like, those like live action commercials with Skeletor and He-Man? That's what that feels like. So yeah. I'm seeing so many like fake screenshots still. Hold on, Master Universe live action 2026. Trying to see if I can find I can't find it. I can only find action figures, which I have to say, like, for those who don't know, I mean that the original cartoon, was supposed to be like so they could sell, merchandise. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they didn't care about like box office numbers, if they're able to just sell more merch. Which I gotta say, they did get me. I did buy a Skeletor figure, so yeah. As you can see here. I need to keep this in like the corner. There you go. The pizza, He-Man. But yeah, no, I really like the battles against He-Man and Skeletor. Because, like, it was pretty funny. Because the action, like, at first, I think Prince Adam, after going through, after, like, because he was a bit of a pacifist at first. he wanted to talk, but then it's like as soon as there was no signs of able to like just talk. No, he just went in swinging again. Yeah. No, there's another scene with Trapman. As soon as like He-Man, I forgot to mention this. Like when he did the first He-Man transformation, he fucking ripped off the arm of like Trapjaw. It was pretty funny because he didn't realize how strong he was because the first time he transformed, it was kicking complete ass. So yeah, like I mean, Duncan was cheering on him because that was technically his arch rival from like 15 years ago. hmm But yeah, hold on. I need like, can I show? I don't know if I can show off like how Jared Leto sounded in this movie. Can I find like a clip or something? All right, maybe I could. Okay, hold on. I think I found something I could probably use. Nope. Hold on, let me move. The source is too low. Hold on, let me mute the music. Also, this crown on his head, that was only like for the beginning scene after he like took over the kingdom. I just want to like show off like a single. I just want you to hear.
With the new dawn, Tanya shall witness mine eyes.
It definitely did like a bit of a deeper Skeletor voice, but it has like a serious tone at first. Oh. Everyone's just standing there.
That's it. I finished.
Of course, my lord.
When I raise my fist like that, I'm done.
Yes.
That is the crescendo.
We'll know for the future, my lord.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that single bit of the movie. I mean, that was a free clip online on YouTube from like a week ago. Okay, you all were supposed to do the evil laugh with me because I just made a fool out of myself in front of everyone. Yeah, definitely. Skeletor has like Doctor Evil awkward humor. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, no, that was just he's a very goofy, cartoonish villain, despite how serious the marketing makes him look. But yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah, right. So after they escape Skeletor, he like astral projects himself into the sky and was like, "He-Man, come to my mansion if you want to see your parents alive, because they are alive." I'm not. I'm wording this probably in the most horrific way. And so they do. They go to the palace. He-Man fights a bunch of the guards that were there. And there's a pretty interesting segment with once he confronted Skeletor, because Skeletor gets into his head, and then he started like it was pretty much like a dream sequence where he would just like showed up in like the moments we saw when back when he was on Earth, and I want to show like some of the stuff because there's like a very funny moment. I wonder if I can pull it up. Not that. Because like Skeletor, he like inserted himself into like certain segments. Like for example, the gym scene. He like he was like in the background, like lifting weight, and I gotta say they gotta like make some merchandise behind like this. Hold on, because it was pretty good. Okay, can I pull up? Actually, hold on. I think I sent. I think I might have took on a photo or two. Listen, I was in the theater by myself. It was funny. No, I don't. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, let me look up like Skeletor Gym Bro. There we go. Did they not? No, did they not have a? Did no one took a screenshot of him like? Mm, only thing I can find is this poster, which I don't know if this is an official poster. It might not be, or maybe it is. Hard to tell. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, I gotta mute this. I just want to show like a quick screen cap. Oh man. Okay, hold on. I think I have it. There it is. Ooh, ooh, that's good. He was just there. He was just there lifting fucking weights. Oh man, that was such a cool moment. Even though it was like a dream sequence where he was like going in He-Man's mind, being like, "Haha, He-Man, you suck. You do you even lift, bro?" And then there's another moment, which luckily there's like tons of images for, where he just like showed up, or when he was in the office. Yeah, we're back. Hold on. Wait, do they have? No. God damn it. Hold on. Okay, I hate it whenever I see screenshots from Facebook because like they don't show up properly in the preview. They're like super compressed, which I think is supposed to be so you can click on the Facebook. But I don't want to go to fucking Facebook. Honestly. Oh, I think I found it. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I could just get a bigger blown up version of this. Actually, no, I think there's a more clear image. Hold on. Is this? Why do these old images have to be on Facebook? Come on. Skeletor office scene. I think that will help. I can only find. I keep finding this one screenshot of this one meme. Hold on. Actually, do they show that also in the movie? Oh, yes, they do. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. This is good. This is a good screenshot. Hold on. I'm trying to properly take a screenshot here. There we go. There you go. Oh my god, he was like, "Ah, what the hell? Well, what the hell is this place, He-Man? Human resources? Ha 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 ha." It just, yeah, it was so funny because he literally just went in there to just shit talk him. In fact, there's also another scene going back to that date scene that he was having at the beginning of the movie, and he just quickly jumped to the girl to just like it would have been more funny if it was Skeletor in a dress. But no, it showed like Skeletor in a suit, just beating the crap out of him in his mind. And so yeah, pretty much. I think the sword broke at one point, and then it was like what was it? Bird woman from like the beginning of the movie. I think it was like Bird Goddess, who was like showing up at certain parts of the movie as like an owl or a bird. There's different birds that He-Man could only see. And then she was just like telling He-Man, "Oh, He-Man, the sword is not who you are. It's you. You know, like you literally have to say it by the power of Grayskull. You have the power. It's not the sword." And this after that, he just transformed and beat the living crap out of Skeletor. It was hilarious. Actually, no. Before he beat the crap out of Skeletor, he first transformed and be like, "Okay, Skeletor, let's talk. Even though you like murdered my entire, or murdered my father." Yeah, surprisingly, like both the mother and the father was alive until well, the father died because like I think like rubble fell on both of them, him and Skeletor, but Skeletor dodged it. And yeah, so pretty much yeah, I think at no, I think no, yeah, his mother did live surprisingly, which is kind of interesting because like it's kind of like the opposite of the first Thor movie. Like didn't Thor's mother die? No, actually I think she died actually before the events of the first movie. I don't know. But yeah. So pretty much it's like as soon as Skeletor didn't want to talk, yeah, like I said, just He-Man just beat the crap out of him at the end. I think when he was about to die, he said like "all balls," and then just got completely obliterated. But yeah, no, I gotta say, and also, like there was another scene when they were like storming, like Skeletor's castle to get the sword because like as soon as like during the sequence when He-Man's father died, like Skeletor was able to take the sword and go to Castle Grayskull to like make it his. But yeah, I think they actually played like the original like theme song of the show, like the whole da 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 da. It's like, yeah. And oh yeah, also there was like another character, I think it was like Battle Beast. I didn't even know he actually spoke. You know, I thought he just roared like a regular green tiger. Also, I didn't recognize him without the armor. Like, yeah, he really emphasized being like, "Oh, next time I'm going to show up in armor, or we're doing this in armor." And then, yeah, they stormed the castle. He-Man took the sword, transformed. Actually, no, the sword broke, transformed again, and then kicked Skeletor's ass. And then, yeah, he dies. Spoilers. Yeah, Skeletor died. I don't know. We've been talking about spoilers the entire time, but I don't know what to tell you. Skeletor did die at the end of the movie. But apparently, in the after credit scene, Evelyn, who like after having one fight with what was her name? What was I think it was it Tila? Yeah, she just like disappeared during the fight with He-Man and Skeletor, and then she showed back up and picked up Skeletor's like remaining skull. It kind of reminds me of like at the end of the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie. Yeah, spoilers for that movie, I guess. Yeah, we're talking about spoilers for movies, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, at the end of that movie, Bowser with like a skull. So I kind of find that kind of ironic that that happened with both of them. But yeah, no, I mean, it indicated that Skeletor is technically alive. Well, and also there's like another credit scene before that that apparently was they teased She-Ra. I think that's what her name is. So yeah, she's probably going to have her own movie soon. But yeah, no, I've been hearing reports about apparently like the box office, like they don't care about like the how low the box office numbers are. They're still going to keep making these movies, and you know what? For the first time, I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, like if they're willing to like give us more of these movies that like don't take themselves too seriously, like an MCU movie. Yeah, no, that'll be great. hmm So yeah, I surprisingly had a fun time at the theater. It was, yeah. Oh yeah, and also at the very end of the movie, they actually did have the characters in like their actual uniforms. Like He-Man actually had his like red vest like shirt, and then yeah, he just like jump cut to I think it was like a 6 months time skip. And yeah, no, honestly, I liked it because then He-Man was actually just like He-Man from like the cartoons, just going on like goofy adventures. And yeah, honestly, I'll be down for like a sequel or something. I hope they make a sequel. Or I don't know, spin-off or whatever. I would love like a Skeletor spin-off, just like that would just I don't know if they like they don't even need to hire Jared Leto, you know, they could just like resurrect Skeletor and he like comes back and he has like a different voice, like, you know, he sounds like more like in the cartoon. It's like, oh god, oh wow, Evelyn, you resurrected me when I sound like this. What happened to my very cool voice? Where the fuck is that? So yeah, I honestly do hope they make more of these movies because I had a fun time seeing this one, despite like their low sales. But yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, there was also like another scene with Duncan, and I think he was going up against Trapjaw again, as like, you know, revenge for getting his ass whooped 15 years ago. And it was pretty fun because I forgot to mention there's this like robot that's supposed to be like a battle droid, but it was reprogrammed by Duncan to be like a cleaning bot, and it had a bit of an attitude. It kind of reminds me of Halo Followers, a certain animation from Halo Follower. I think ODST versus Helldivers. Because in that, I don't know if anyone ever watched that, but there's like a certain certain scenes with their Titanfall characters, and I know it's like he has like the Titanfall character. I forgot what he was called. He had like a mech that was a bit like uptight, and so yeah, the robot in the Master Universe kind of had a personality. I don't know if you can tell. It's the robot that's like right to the right of He-Man, or no, to the left of He-Man. Yeah. No, she was pretty cool until she died. I don't know if she's dead because like her head was still intact when Duncan was able to go through her parts. Oh yeah, actually no, she didn't die. Right? No, the 6 months later she came back fully built. Yeah, okay, yeah, she didn't die actually. But when she got freaking blown up by like claw trap. I keep forgetting the name. I'm sorry, I'm not a true fan. I'm sorry if it makes it sound like I'm a lorper. Trap Claw, yeah. And so yeah, freaking Duncan literally, because like Trap Claw was like in piloting this vehicle, just exploding shit around them, and so yeah, he just pretty much jetpacked right into the ship and stuffed a grenade in his jaw, and yeah, it was funny. Oh man, the action was like it was pretty quick but pretty satisfying just to watch. So yeah, if you want a funny action movie, yeah, go watch Masters of the Universe. You know, I wish I was paid to recommend this movie, but you know, Sony ain't paying me. Do you know the amount of shit talking I do about Sony? Like they make Spider-Man movies, like shitty Spider-Man movies, like on the daily, just to like keep the license. Yeah, that's literally the reason what's been reported on why they keep making those shitty Spider-Man spin-off movies. But anyways, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say for the Masters of the Universe movie. That was like almost an hour of me talking about it. Oh yeah, they did a phenomenal job with the music though, because like, you know, you actually get to hear like some of like the old music from the cartoon. In fact, during the moment when Beastman shows up on the streets when He-Man was getting arrested, and then, you know, the car freaking crashed because Beastman showed up. Yeah, when he was like running away with the sword, they were like actually playing the, you know, that one, what was it called, the music. And it was like the hey, yeah, or like, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what, Eric, they actually did the meme, by the way. Like, the official Twitter account actually did the meme. But yeah, actually, let me pull this up. Do I have to go to their Twitter account? I'm trying to find it. I might need to go to the official Twitter account because I don't think they post any of these memes on YouTube. Okay, here it is. Alright, so I pull this up. Now it's pretty one-to-one actually. Kinda. I know they're using scenes from the movie. So let me pull this up. There we go. So yeah, I can see here. They had too much fun making the memes for this movie. Did they do that flexing scene with the ship? Yeah, no, He-Man is like crazy strong in the movie. And he just holds himself back. Mm-hmm. Oh, did they even show Skeletor? Oh, they didn't do it. Yeah. Alright, that's yeah. That was good. Mm-hmm. When you're able to recreate like the memes in this movie, that's how you know it's good. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I remember seeing an older version, but yeah, that's the new one that they put out just today, I believe. Yeah. In fact, apparently there was like an increase of people going to see this movie this week, so yeah. Yeah, hopefully they keep it up. I'm actually seeing them retweet like what was it? Pictures of like some filled theaters. Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, they actually have like proper images of the freaking Skeletor. Oh, and do you see this? Aha, He-Man. I too work in human resources now. I am going to get a promotion just to spite you. Haha. We even left, He-Man. Alright. But yeah. Okay. Mm, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Trying to think if there's any other parts I missed talking about. Not really. Like, sorry, I'm just like scrolling down their official Twitter account. Like, I'm seeing like some pretty like screenshot moments. But yeah, no, they definitely played it well. Hmm. Oh yeah, I thought the part where at first I thought the part when they were like going to Castle Grayskull, I thought it was Rust, but no, they kind of like did it like the TV, like the actual, I guess the old TV show where they just showed them just walking to the location. Like the jump cuts, I mean they're there, but it's like kind of minimal, honestly. Mm-hmm. I mean, besides the time skip, yeah. Anyways, also, can I just mention I don't even see Jared Leto at all in the marketing. Like, there's no like interview or anything about him playing a Skeletor. There's like only like very. I wonder if he did that just because I don't know if it's because of his reputation or something. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of like mysterious about it. But I don't know because I'm seeing like other like videos of the actors, like the guy who played He-Man and the other characters. I don't know honestly. But yeah, no, I'm seeing some of like the posters for the movie, and I really think this poster didn't really do it justice. Like, I kind of wish they like went with more of, like hold on, let me see if I could find an image that could portray this. Masters of the Universe. Let's see. Kind of like the older paintings. Mm, trying to find a good one. Cause like I swear this poster just looks like every single MCU movie to date. But I really feel like they could have done something different. Like maybe base it off of like the older illustration works. So okay, here. Something like okay, sorry, I just like found an art book. But yeah, something like this probably would have went well. Uh, get the screenshot. Yeah, something like this. Honestly, that probably would have looked pretty well. But yeah, I don't know. I guess there's what I'm. I guess this is the only type of layout they could do to show off all the characters. Something. I don't know. They could always just limit it maybe. But yeah. But yeah. Okay. I think we're done talking though about the movie. So I think spoilers is finally over. No more spoilers. Mm-hmm. So yeah. All right. But yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. I would say if you got nothing better to do, then definitely go see this movie. Okay. Or I guess maybe wait for it to come out digitally, because I think that that's when people will definitely start talking more about the movie and like posting funny clips and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyways, that's it.